Okay. Okay, everybody. Hey, it's Karla. You know what? I've been working on this email for so long, and I realized that it would be so much easier if I just made a video telling you what I wanted to communicate with you. Otherwise, you'd be reading this really, really long email. And so, congratulations to you thank you if you clicked over to this video. So here's what I wanted to say. And I want to just preface all of this by saying I am incredibly grateful for being a woman. I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunities that have been extended to me. So I'm going to see if I can make this as short as possible. So one of the things that you guys know, I'm a marketer. I love all the updates on how to build our businesses using automation and all the marketing things. I love that. And that's probably one of the reasons why you follow me is because so you don't have to be up on all the latest and greatest news, etc. And that has always worked. Being a woman and being interested in marketing has always, oddly enough, really been worked in my favor. So what do I mean by that? Well, in my network marketing companies, etc., um, people were always looking for a woman to be there. So to be on the Zooms, to be on the Google Hangouts back in the day, to be on the whatever it was, fill in the blanks. And so it was always me and one or two other women that were kind of elevated into leadership quickly because someone needed a girl on the panel. And so I am actually not complaining about that at all. I'm actually incredibly grateful for that because it allowed me to elevate my own skills as well. So that happened all along over the past 15 years ish or so. And then and so I recognize that, right? I recognize that I've been elevated sometimes. I don't want to say before I was ready, but I've been elevated and been blessed. I should just say it that way by being a woman. So I am also passionate about getting the coaching that I require to continue to grow. I'm also extraordinarily passionate about getting around people as much as I possibly can that are having way more success than me. And that's why I encourage you guys to go to your company events, etc., and get yourself in front of or next to or introduce yourselves to the leaders at your company because that is just another pathway, another way to elevate yourself and elevate your success and elevate your belief. So back to the coaching. So I signed up with a guy called John Pemberthy. I signed up in one of his coaching programs about 3 years ago, and about a year and a half ago, we were talking. Maybe it was a little bit longer than that. It doesn't matter. We were talking, and he is in a whole nother echelon, right? This dude makes $1 million a month, and he has events and all kinds of things. And I mean, he's just amazing. I adore him. He's principled. He's full of integrity, but he's a genius when it comes to marketing. So I joined one of his coaching programs, and we were on I think we were on Zoom or something, or maybe we were on WhatsApp. I'm not sure how we were talking. I don't think we were looking at each other. Anyway, and about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and he said, Karla, I've been wanting to put together this mastermind with some of the top marketers in the world and have it in the UK because we're always flying over to the US, and I'd like to have something over here in the UK. And at that time, I just said, that's nice. Because I'm not on the same level. I do okay, guys. I do okay. But he's extraordinarily successful, which is why I'm in his program. So last September or October, I got a message from him in WhatsApp that said, "Hey, Karla, I'm finally putting together that mastermind, and I'd love to invite you to be part of it. And we could use some female energy." And so I'm like, oh, there it is again. But guess what? My answer was, well, what I said to myself first was, oh my God, like I'm going to be the baby business in the room. I don't know, and I had all this conversation around, do I deserve to be there? It's a whole hassle and expense to get over there, all the things. But what my fingers typed which was what I knew would be the best thing for me, was holy hell yes, I'm in. And so we went in December, and I just got back from the mastermind in Canterbury in the UK, just a few at the beginning at last Sunday, a week ago today. So this story is a little bit more involved because Don and I went and ate at a restaurant that we had wanted to go to for a really long time. And you foodies out there will recognize Chef's Table. It is a show on Netflix that highlights the best chefs in the world. It is not one of those competition shows or anything. It is really high-end produced, and really just focuses in on some of the best chefs in the world. And we've been wanting to eat at this woman. Her name is Azma Khan. We wanted to eat at her restaurant, Darjeeling Express, when we're in London, and we hadn't been able to get in before. And we got a reservation this time. So we got ourselves all gussied up. We went over to Darjeeling Express. We're sitting down, and lo and behold, she's coming around the room talking to her clients and customers. I was so excited to meet her. She is legendary, but here's her story. She was born in India, and she was born as a second daughter. Second daughters in India are typically called it. They're a huge disappointment. Lots of families give away their second daughters or totally ignore them, starve them to death, all kinds of things. She did not come from a completely poor family, but she was a big disappointment to her parents because she was a female. But she was given a decent education, and then she had an arranged marriage. As soon as she got married, her husband moved her over to London. Now, this Ozma had no idea how to cook. She's never gone to culinary school. She didn't know how to boil an egg, but she was trying to figure out, kind of like Julia Child, she's trying to figure out, like, what am I going to do with myself? So she started to teach herself how to cook. She fell in with a circle of other wives that actually knew how to cook, that had learned how to cook from their parents. And then she went back to India to learn her family's recipes. And over time, she turned into one of the most famous, sometimes debatably, according to like Business Insider, I think it was, named her the #1 most innovative chef in the world. Anyway, she's got this amazing background, and her kitchen is staffed by all regular women of Indian descent. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Indian descent that I will. Excuse me. I won't even edit that out. It's staffed by all women, which we couldn't do here in the States because, of course, somebody would sue us. But all women of Indian descent, and some of them were in the Netflix show, and I recognized them. And I had a whole conversation with her, and I was telling her, she was telling me that, this is something that she's passionate about. She's passionate about if you're going to have an innovative kitchen, you should have women. And like internet marketing, the chef world is predominantly men. And I told her why I was in the UK and I was here representing women, and I was representing myself. I was going to be in this mastermind full of amazing men, but the mastermind is me and one other woman and all these other amazing men, but I don't want to put them down. I love men. But I told her that, and she says, Karla, we have a responsibility. And at that moment, I'm like, yes, I know. This is something that I am extraordinarily passionate about, is that it shouldn't just be me. It shouldn't be me and 3 other girls or one other woman or whatever it is. We should have we do have the same opportunities as anyone else to learn this marketing thing if you want to, become an amazing marketer so that you can sell anything online, and have a seat at the table. So I'm still incredibly grateful for that conversation with her. She's very, very special, and she's also incredibly talented. And then I marched over to my mastermind and promptly had my head blown apart. I'm still processing all of the things that I took away from there, and I'll create another video for that next week, because there are some major things again that are happening in the world of marketing that impact you and me right now. And they're all, for the most part, really, really good, including the hot topic right now is AI. Some of the things that I'll share with you will actually blow your head. I'll be able, like, oh my gosh. So this is what I wanted to say to you. If you're a woman and you don't want to learn about marketing, you have to learn marketing. If you're listening to me, you have a business, it's your obligation to learn marketing. You don't have to be at the very, very top of being on top of everything. You don't have to be like me. But what I want to say is this is why I am so passionate about teaching women the marketing. I want all of us to thrive, and the only way that in this day and age that you're going to be able to create the income and the impact and build the team and build the business that you want to build is by learning this stuff. So that's all I wanted to say. I just really wanted to tell the story about, oh, and I will end with this. I want to remind you that everything, when you are stepping up in ranks, when you're stepping up in your talents, when you're stepping up in your education, when you're leveling up in anything that you're doing, you're going to feel like an imposter. You're going to feel lack of confidence. You're going to feel intimidated. Those feelings are normal. There wasn't a moment before I went to now I've gone twice, both times, that I wasn't feeling not enough. I wasn't feeling scared. I wasn't feeling intimidated, because not only am I one of two women, but I'm also the tiniest business in that room as far as income is concerned. And I'm also probably 20 years older than most of the men in that room. They've been extraordinarily successful at an extraordinarily young age. And I know I bring things to the table. I'm fine about going, but I want to just you to understand that I face the same self-doubt. And I know I deserve it, just so you know, I know I deserve a seat at that table, but I have the same worries and fears and self-doubt. And like Lady Gaga said, it isn't, what is the expression? It isn't about how many times you get rejected or feel bad about yourself or fall down or not courageous or you're beaten up. It's about how many times you stand up and be courageous and brave and keep on moving towards your dreams, which is exactly what I was doing. And I hope you do that too. Just know that when you are, that you're going to feel those things. It's going to feel awkward, and you're going to be worried, and you're going to get stuck in perfectionism, which is what happened to me earlier in this email when I finally said, I'm just going to make a video. I give up. You'll be stuck in imposter syndrome. You'll be stuck in, I'm not enough. You'll be stuck in all those things. And it's not, again, it's not about not having those feelings, because you will have those feelings. It's about recognizing what those feelings are and being able to move through them and do what you need to do anyway. All right, guys, that's all I have. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. I know that I'm going to take some time off. Well, I got a few things to do, but I'm going to take some time off myself. And on this gorgeous Sunday here in Southern California, know that you are enough. We got you. You got this. And big love from me to you. Happy Sunday. Bye, everyone.